Hello everyone, it is Zip the Zap, as you all know. And well, I've been asked for an invasion destruction tutorial, so that is what I will provide. So, first things first, you're going to want to set the game type in Forge Editing to Invasion. And then once you do that, start up Forge and build your map. And now, I would recommend using phases 1 and 2 for Assault. 3, you can't spawn items in after the explosion, pretty much, so it's not worth trying. I think it's way more complicated, so phases 1 and 2 are good. So anyways, build up your map as though how it's gonna look pre-bomb explosion on phases 1 or 2, or 3 if you're daring. You could do 3 also. So just, build it up, be working on all that good stuff. I'm just gonna use this wall right here as an example. So then, once you've got your map all built up, like this wall, you're going to want to hover over an item, or the items. Just do this to the items you want to delete, I'll put it that way. So, push X over an item you want to delete, and then set the spawn sequence to the phase you want it to disappear at the end of. So, in this case, I want it to disappear at the end of phase 1, so I'm going to set the spawn sequence to 1 under the advanced tab. And then you're gonna want to sorry, I got confused there. My bad. You're gonna want to set the game type label to invasion underscore gates, or INV underscore gates. Okay, that'll make it disappear. So then do that for all the items you want to disappear. INV underscore gates and spawn sequence, whatever phase you want it to disappear at the end of, be it 1 or 2. Okay, so I'm gonna have those two walls disappear. I just hovered over for a second. Now, once you're done that, you're going to want to spawn in your rubble. I'm going to use railings, I guess, because they look like railings. I don't even know. So now you're going to want to set the spawn sequence on the railings to what phase you want them to appear at the beginning of. Okay, we want these to appear at the beginning of phase 2. So we're going to set the spawn sequence to 2 and the game type label to INV underscore weapon. INV underscore vehicle works also, but I find that it's a little slower. And then finally, this is important, so back out of advanced and go up, and you want to scroll up 1, I guess. You want to set the spawn time to 1, or 2, or 3, but it cannot be, or whatever you want, I guess. But it cannot be never. Because if you set the spawn time to never on your rubble, which is supposed to spawn in, it will not spawn in, or it will not spawn in correctly, and it will appear at the beginning of the game, and it will just be a mess. So then, once you've got your wreckage, I have these 2 crude railings set up. This part is optional, but I think it makes things look a lot better, is slap down a few explosives behind where the bomb's going to go off, because it makes it look like the bomb explosion is bigger than it actually is, and it kind of covers the items disappearing and appearing, from what I've found. So then, just, I'm going to use this Unifusion coils. And then, vehicles are optional. I'm going to put one just because I can. And it cannot hurt anything, except your budget. But, if you plan ahead with this, you'll do fine. So then, everything's all good. Everything's ready to roll. Now, you need to set up your bomb objectives. So, you're going to want to go to Objectives, and then select, any of them. I prefer hill marker for the arm point because, well, it's invisible, so there's nothing floating midair after the bomb goes off. But anyways, if you're going to use hill marker, just make sure that this part of it right here, the part that looks like a respawn point kind of, is through whatever you're going to detonate if you have explosives behind it, because otherwise it'll like be absorbed by whatever it's in there and it just won't work. So then, go into advanced and set the spawn sequence to whichever phase you want it to be active in. I want this to be active in phase 1, so I'm setting the spawn sequence to 1. Then set the game type label to INV underscore objective. Now that's for arming. And then the bomb spawn, I'm going to use a capture plate so it's easy to see. Set it right here. Now you're going to want to label the capture plate or wherever you want the bomb to spawn at. So set the spawn sequence to 1, if you want it to be in phase 1, or 2, or 3, whatever. Then set the game type label to INV underscore objective underscore flag. Okay? So now, once you have all this done, I'm going to slap on a respawn point real quick in case I die when the bomb goes off. Can't hurt to be safe. So then, once you've got all this done, go ahead and save the
Game
map, and I will
over.
see you guys in customs. Alright guys, so now we're in an invasion custom game, and before I set off the bomb, you need to
Invasion
edit the custom game
offense.
type so that whatever phase you have set for assault, 1, 2, or 3, needs to be actually set as assault in the game type itself, or else it'll be like core capture or something of the nature, and well, that wouldn't be good. So anyways, now grab the bomb. We're gonna run up and arm it here in this arm point, which I like because is invisible,
Bomb
and
taken.
we're gonna see how it works out. So then once you arm it, you know, obviously run away. Then just sit back and enjoy the show and see how it works.
Armed.
Beautiful detonation, as you can see, everything worked right. The 2 pieces disappeared, the rubble appeared, everything's all good, even have some burning rubble over there. So now, this can be integrated on a much bigger scale, as you know. And, well, like, that's all. I am off, guys. Hope you like it.
Game over.